Wolfmother have a new album coming out on February the 19th. It's called Victorious. They're going to be here later on in the month for a show in Toronto at the Danforth Music Hall on February the 27th. I have Andrew Stockdale, lead singer of Wolfmother, on the line. How's it going, Andrew?
Hey, Nick. Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on the show.
This new record, Victorious, is coming out next week. It's Wolfmother's fourth studio record. How have things evolved and changed for the band on this new album?
Well, this one, I just played everything. Just got in there, wrote a bunch of songs, played drums, played bass, banged it out in I think a week and a half, something.
Wow!
And it was I don't know why I didn't do that before, but it's a creative headspace, you know. It's almost like you're jamming with the engineer, you know. You get like a good riff, and then you sort of write it on the computer, you know what I mean? Instead of like arranging it with a band and a producer, you just arrange it on the computer.
So you recorded the new album with Brendan O'Brien in Hollywood, California. You've done the majority of recording of your albums in California. Do you prefer to record there as opposed to home in Australia? Does California lend a certain vibe to Wolfmother's music?
I think there's something, this is my crazy theory, I think if you write in the southern hemisphere and then record in the northern hemisphere, there's like, you combine both spectrums of the magnetic pull of both corners of the world. What is it? What is it? Not the corner. I mean, the pole, the north and south pole, or something. It must have some kind of fusion effect.
And that just leads to great riffage on Wolfmother's music. Those great riffs and that great music that we're known to love from Wolfmother.
Fingers crossed.
One of the things I've always liked about the band are your album covers. From the first one up until the new one, they look awesome. The one in Victorious is amazing. Who designs the album covers? Do you come up with the ideas and then somebody goes and designs it?
There's a guy, Jason, I can't pronounce his second name, Galia or something. I saw a bit of his artwork that he'd done for a few other bands, and I thought he had a real knack for that kind of super realism, painterly kind of effect. And I just, I thought we're called Wolfmother. Maybe it's time we put a wolf on the front. So we did it.
And it looks great. I love the album cover. It's super colorful and it just stands out. Something that if you see it on a record on a record store, it's going to stand out.
That's the MO.
I also want to talk a little bit about the video for Victorious, the title track from the record. It's a lot of fun. It looks like you were having a lot of fun in the video. What was the inspiration behind kind of the tongue-in-cheek aspect of this new video for Victorious?
Yeah, we saw a few other treatments, and it was some of them were a bit, violent, or the idea of being victorious was this or that, and I just wanted to keep it sort of friendly and light, and it was I like the way Adam Willis kept, his take on it, that sci-fi tongue-in-cheek thing. I like the visual effect of that as well. So, and I'm throwing in the guitar that shoots lasers and takes off, and that was a nice touch as well.
Are you going to play that one on stage?
I might ask the set designer guy if he's got that, but he's in LA, so I should give him a call, see if I can borrow it.
That'd be awesome. Take it on tour with you. I'm really happy to have bands like Wolfmother around in 2016 because you guys play just great rock music with great riffs and melodies. I know that's what I look for in great rock music, but it's kind of harder to find these days. This might be a heavy question, but what's your take on where rock music is in 2016? Do you think it's in a good place?
Well, I think it's become more of a sub-genre. I think a lot of these stoner, metal, rock and roll, it's become a thing that people need to look for. It's not dominating the charts, so to speak, but like Neil Young said, rock and roll will never fade away. We'll never die. There's more to the picture than meets the eye. A fellow Canadian.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we love it when Australians quote Neil Young. It makes us feel good.
Yeah.
Awesome. How do you listen to music? Do you use streaming services like Spotify, or are you more of like an old school vinyl kind of guy?
I have vinyl. When I'm at home, I listen on vinyl. I got iTunes. Most of my stuff's on iTunes, but I find that the streaming services, they don't have clearance on most of the records that I like.
Yeah.
Like you get on there, Neil Young, for instance, and it's like half the stuff isn't even on there. They've only got 1 or 2 records, so the back catalogue or the licensing or whatever isn't extensive enough, for me at least.
So it doesn't satisfy your craving for Neil Young, so you still got to find it in the old school way, vinyl and CDs maybe?
I threw all my CDs out. I don't know why I did that, but
so new age of you
for some reason. But I've been watching too many hoarding shows. I've needed to declutter.
Do a little bit of a purge, eh?
Yeah. But sometimes you go over the top with that stuff, and you think, why did I throw all that? I need that stuff. That's music. That's worth something.
For sure. We're talking to Andrew Stockdale.
Don't your Wolfmother CDs, people.
I was actually listening to the first album on my way down here. I still have it when I bought the CD back it came out in Canada in 2006, so I still have it in my record collection.
Fantastic.
We're talking to Andrew Stockdale of Wolfmother. The new album, Victorious, is out on February 19th. They're performing in Toronto at the Danforth Music Hall on February 27th. What can fans expect set list-wise from the upcoming tour? Obviously some stuff from the new album, or are you guys going to touch on some of the Wolfmother classics as well?
It'll be like, bit of everything. First, second, third, fourth, predominantly fourth, I guess, 4 or 5 of those. But you got to play Joker and Woman. I mean, that would just be wrong, wouldn't it, if we didn't play that? If
I may make a request, White Unicorn.
That's got to be on there.
Perfect.
It's in.
One of my faves.
I might even bring my double necks, especially for that song.
Perfect. Yeah, I love the riffs on that song.
Oh, cheers. Thanks.
I ask this of every touring band I talk to on the show. What are the 3 things, besides your instruments, obviously, that you have to bring with you when you go on tour?
Leave-in hair conditioner, a mobile phone charger, and good pair of jeans.
Can a good pair of jeans last you the whole tour?
They seem to stretch. I don't know what that says about my eating habits, but they seem to stretch.
Well, good. As long as they can last you the whole tour, and then you got a good pair of jeans, maybe some Levi's or something.
That's what I've got. Stick with the classics.
All right, before I let you go, I want to hit you with some rapid-fire questions, just some fun questions. Give me the first thing that comes to your head, okay?
Yeah.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
All right, we're going to the Dark Knight with this one. Zeppelin or Sabbath?
Oh, Sabbath. Oh, sheesh, I meant to say Zeppelin.
Which one's the bigger influence for you?
Realistically, Sabbath.
Right on. You can definitely hear some of that Sabbath influence in Victorious.
Tony Iommi's guitar style, that was the one that really, when I heard him play, I was like, it was one of those things where you just go, I can do that. That makes sense to me. That suits my style, big power chords and the grooves. Whereas Zeppelin's a little bit more, it's very musical and intricate, and that's the whole. Unless you're Jimmy Page playing on everyone's record and the best session guy in England, it's like that takes a few years, but that's virtuosic kind of stuff. So
Sabbath, a little bit not easier, but just a little more able to play. It's a little bit more like the working man's riffs.
It is easier. There's nothing wrong with things being easy. It's very effective.
For sure. Well, I was actually learning how to play Victorious on the guitar today before I came down. I was trying to figure it out, and I think I got it. It was kind of Sabbathy, and I think I figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the chugging, I'm not sure what that style of plucking is, but once you get that style down, it's the rhythmic quality of that. Is it palming or something? I'm not sure what you call it, but yeah, once you've got that helps. That
was the hard part for me. That was the part I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, I've never done that kind of style on a Wolfmother song before. I mean, it's a little bit more metal.
Yeah, for sure. It's a super fun riff to play, and then the middle riff too, where you guys, dun 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 dun. That's really fun too.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Live Wolfmother happening right now on the radio.
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. I figured you had a guitar in your hand while we were talking.
You've inspired me to play.
Awesome, man. Well, one more quick rapid fire question, and then I'll let you go. Fender or Gibson?
Gibson. It's like there's something about Gibson guitars. Like you pick them up and they always play good. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like Fenders play great, but you always need to like straighten something out or set something up or twist something. And
so we're gonna go with the Gibson.
I am dissing on the Fender, one of the greatest guitars of all time. But they're both good. But my preference is Gibson.
Right on. Well, Andrew Stockdale of Wolfmother, new album Victorious is out next week, February the 19th. They're performing here in Toronto at the Danforth Music Hall on February the 27th. We're really looking forward to the new album and the show. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me, Andrew.
My pleasure, Nick. Thanks for having me on the show.